video number 22 for cello players. And in this video, we're going to learn how to play number 17 through 19 in your book on page number 8. So of course you need that out. But of course we're going to do some echoing first. Now, I realize that some of you probably are getting annoyed with all of this echoing, and some of you might be fast forwarding in the video. I would not recommend doing that because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is helping you get ready for 17 through 19. And it's going to be really evident with that today. And in addition, it's increasing your agility, your endurance, your strength, and all those wonderful things. And hopefully it's getting you some good habits, not bad. So let's do a little bit of echoing. It's going to be a little more complicated than what we've been doing. Start off with, this is the easy one. Start off with D, F sharp, D, F sharp. Try that. D, F sharp, D, F sharp. Go. D, F sharp, D, F sharp. Now you're going to go D, F sharp, D, G. Try that. D, F sharp, D, G. Go. D, F sharp, D, G. If you miss any of these, pause the video and do it until you get it, and then join back in. Okay? Now I want you to go F sharp, D, D, G. Try that. F sharp, D, D, G. Go. F sharp, open D, D, G. Now do this. F sharp, D, G, G. One F sharp, one D, two G's. Try that. F sharp, D, G, G. Go. F sharp, D, G, G. D, G, D, G. Try that. D, G, D, G. Go. D, G, D, G. Now, D, G, G, F sharp. Try that. D, G, G, F sharp. D, G, G, F sharp. Again, pause and go back and do those again if you feel that that's needed. If you messed up on them, go back and do them. Okay, now go to the A string, and let's do high D, C sharp, B, C sharp. Try that. High D, C sharp, B, C sharp. Go. High D, C sharp, B, C sharp. Now A, C sharp, A, C sharp. A, C sharp, A, C sharp. Go. A, C sharp, A, C sharp. Now A, C sharp, A, high D. Try that. A, C sharp, A, high D. Go. A, C sharp, A, high D. Okay? The best thing you can do for yourself is to just kind of go back and forth between all the notes in the D string and then all the notes in the A string. Make up your own stuff. Again, the metronome marking that I use right here, I have the metronome set at 63. That's the speed that I would go with the metronome. Your book does go slightly faster than that. Okay, now I want you to look at number 17 in your book. Now, when we look at a new song, I've mentioned this before in previous videos, we kind of want to just look at the whole thing and see if we see that anywhere we might potentially mess up. So I'm looking at the whole thing. I don't see any repeat signs, but I'm looking at measure 3. Measure 3 is kind of tricky. And the reason it is because you don't repeat any notes. Now, the agility work we've been doing with the echoing will help you here, okay? So I see measure 3 and it goes G, F sharp, E. I'm going to expect it to go down to D, but it doesn't. It goes G, F sharp, E, F sharp. It goes almost down the scale, but then goes right back up. Okay, let's try 17. 17, G finger down.
17, hopscotch.
Good posture. Strong callback. And go. G, G, F sharp. Rest, look ahead. E. Look ahead, F sharp. And here comes measure 3. G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, G, G. Okay? Now, if you messed up on that measure, you're going to want to practice just that measure. So I want you to play just measure 3 right after me. Okay? Measure 3 only. G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Go. G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Again. G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Go. G, F sharp, E, F sharp. Now you might be ready for it, so let's try that again. Okay? number 17 again. Now, you might have noticed I practiced a little slower than the song goes, right? One other good thing that you could do is get it, that hard measure, that difficult measure, get it faster than the song goes. That way when it comes up in the song, it's easy. And we'll do more of that kind of stuff later on. But that is another little trick that you can do to help you. 17 again.
17.
Good posture.
Hopscotch.
Curve fingers. 1, 2, 17, and go. G, G, F sharp. Look ahead. Now E. And here it comes. Be ready for it. G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, G, G. Okay? So going on to number 18 now.
18. Morning dance.
Okay, I'm going on to number 18. I'm going to look at the whole song. What's first thing you might see is that repeat sign. So there is that. Now I'm going to tell you, in this song, people mess up in measure 2 quite often. Well, look at measure 1 and measure 2. They are exactly the same thing. So why would people mess up in measure 2 and not in measure 1? Well, I'll tell you why. Sometimes the transition from one measure to the other is the difficult part. And all that echoing we did, that was preparing you for that. You might not remember, but we played F sharp, D, G, G. Find where that starts. I'll give you a hint, it's in measure 1. You still haven't done it, it's the 3rd note. Start there and look, F sharp, D, G, G. So let's try that again just to make sure. F sharp, D, G, G. Try that. F sharp, D, G, G. Go. F sharp, D, G, G. Another thing I had you play was D, G, G, F sharp. Do you see where that is? Starting on the 4th note of the song. Okay. Another thing I had you play was just G, G, F sharp, D. So I kind of took all those little parts together and the difficult part and broke it up into little sections so that you were playing all of that. So try this now. I want you to try the whole thing. We're going to go ahead and try it with the recording. If you're not sure that you're ready for that, pause the video now, practice it on your own, and then join us again. Here's 18. G finger down.
18. Morning
Good
dance.
posture. Sit up nice and tall. Curve your fingers. Ready, and go. G, G, F sharp. Open D back to G. F sharp. Open D. E. F sharp. And G. And repeat beginning. Don't forget that repeat. F sharp. Open D back to G. This is where the hovering comes in handy. Okay? Now, oops. Now, yes, I messed up a little bit on that one. Did y'all notice that? I'm sure you did. I shouldn't have been talking and playing at the same time. I'm usually pretty good at that. Okay, now on this one, let's say that you're like, I can play it, but then when it comes to playing it with the music, I'm not able to do that. And like, I'm playing without stopping. There's a good chance you're not really keeping a steady tempo when you're practicing. So my first suggestion would be to practice with a metronome. Okay, at a slower tempo, maybe slower than 63, because the book goes about 65. Or you can go to Essential Elements Interactive and slow the tempo down, and then try to build it up. Okay, and then try it again with my EE library and see if you're up to that yet. All right. Now going on to the next one, rolling along. This is actually like Mary Had a Little Lamb. It's not exactly the same, but it's going to sound like Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay, it's Merrily We Roll Along. The only difference is there's 2 notes that are a little bit different. In this one, what I have found is that the first measure is actually the most difficult. So let's just practice that measure. Play measure 1 only. Actually do this first. Let's do a little review thing first. I want you to go F sharp, E, D, D. Don't look at your music. F sharp, E, D, D. Try that. F sharp, E, D, D. Go. F sharp, E, D, D. Okay? Now that was pretty easy, right? Now look at your music and play measure 1. The only thing, we're going to change to that last note. Instead of open D, you're going to play E. So go F sharp, E, D, E. Play that. Echo me. F sharp, E, D, E. Go. F sharp, E, D, E. Good, good. Now, the other place people mess up is the beginning of the second line. Well, it's the same thing. Well, let me show you why that's a problem. Look at measure 1 and 2 of the first line. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp. 3 F sharps, right? Now look at the second line. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, 4 F sharps. That's what happens there. As people try to rest, and they get all kind of flustered. So remembering that is going to help you. Let's go ahead and try it. Again, if you feel like you need to try this without this first, please do so. Okay? If you want to try it here first with the recording, and you're like, oh my gosh, I got lost, then stop. Do it on your own, and then rewind back in the video and try it again with us. Okay,
19. Rolling along.
Good posture, elbows up, wrist is forward, and go. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, rest, E's. Look ahead, what's next? F sharp. Now there's a second line, and you're going to be ready for it. Here we go. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, another F sharp, now E. We are going to go ahead and play that again, okay? Pause and practice if you need to, and go. F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, rest, now E's. And back to F sharps. And second line, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, another F sharp, now E. F sharp, E, D. Okay? So, yes, our songs are getting more complicated, but they're also getting more interesting. And that's a good one for you to go play for parents, because most of them will recognize that song. They'll be so impressed with you, like, wow, it's only been a few weeks and you've taught yourself to play the cello. And they'll be so impressed. Maybe you'll get ice cream out of it or something. So work hard, keep practicing, and go play that for your parents or someone you think might like it. Maybe your dog. I don't know. You've probably seen my dog in these videos. He likes the cello. So keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video.